Introducing Dr. Brown's Caption Maker. What is Dr. Brown's Caption Maker? Well, simply said, you can take an image and export its metadata into a caption, as you see here. Here I have an example of a captioned print, which is one of the styles found in Caption Maker. Here I have a professional image delivery print. As you can see, they're quite different. In this second one, it centers 9 fields, yes, count them, 9 fields of metadata. And in this case, it then places one metadata field here to the left, one in the center, and one to the right. Now, of course, as you can see, you get to choose the background color to these as well. Now, how can I install this? I'd like to use this right now. The best way to install Dr. Brown's Caption Maker is to download the easy installer for both the Macintosh or the PC. You can locate this installer on one of my fine CDs or from my website, russellbrown.com. Once you've downloaded it, then run the application and it will automatically place all of the scripts into their correct location. It's that easy. Okay, let's get started with our project. Now, I'm going to switch back over to Bridge and show you how to use this application. As you can see here in the Bridge, I'm going to target one image. Notice that this image has some metadata items applied to it. Some of the fields have information and some do not. Now, moving forward with this targeted image selected, I'm going to first use Dr. Brown's Caption Maker from within Bridge. So now I'm going up to Tools and down to Dr. Brown's Services, then over to Dr. Brown's Caption Maker. So here we are in Caption Maker itself. We're going to go through this step by step, starting here at the top by selecting the images we're going to process. Now, since we were using the Bridge, we selected the images from the Bridge, and it indicates it here that only one image is selected. Now, of course, you know that you can select more than one image. Now moving to number 2. Where would you like to save these images? The default is going to save them back into the same location. In this case, I'd like to select a folder. Clicking on this Select Folder button, I can target a folder, then select Choose. Next, the all-important border style. As I indicated earlier, there are 2 different types of border styles. There's the captioned print and the professional image delivery print. I'm going to first start here with the captioned print and show you that it indicates 3 distinct fields of metadata will be placed below this image. Notice that those 3 fields are indicated here in step number 4. Also notice that when you switch over to professional image delivery, that you get all 9, yes, count them, 9 metadata fields. But in caption print, you only get 3. Now, you get to choose the font. In this case, I think I'll select Helvetica Bold. The border color, I'm selecting white for my captioned print. I'd also like to change the font size to large. So this is how you would set it up to create a captioned print. Now I'm going to switch over to Professional Image Delivery Print here by targeting this button and show you that the preview has changed, indicating that the text will now be centered as a group underneath the image. And you're using all 9 fields of metadata. Let's talk about this metadata now in step number 4. If you click here and hold on one of these fields, you notice that there are a set of default metadata items you can choose from. You merely target the item you want and let go, and it's yours to use. Now you're saying to yourself, what if Dr. Brown did not give me the metadata field that I was looking for? And in addition to that, what if I want custom text that is not contained within any of the metadata items? Why, look down here, Create Custom Text. I'm going to select that now. Now I can enter a word into this location like Seattle in this way, but this word would be applied to this list as additional custom text. Let's show you. I'm going to select Save. As you can see here, the first item now indicates Seattle. If I click and hold here, I can see that Seattle is listed here at the bottom of my list. That indicates that this is custom text and not a metadata item. Now, how would I create a metadata item? Let's go back into Create Custom Text again. This time we're going to enter in a customized metadata field. To do this, we're going to put in an underscore, then the official metadata item, and finish off with another underscore. Now, when I click Save, it will then place this into this location. Notice that the underscore marks are not visible. If I click and hold, it has now placed this at the bottom of my list of official metadata items. Remember, spelling counts. So when I select this, it will pull the metadata from my image and use that information in place of this word. So now you're saying to yourself, how can I delete one of these existing fields? Well, all you do is target the field that you'd like to delete, either a custom text field down here or one of the default fields of metadata here at the top. I'm going to target the word city. Then I'm going to click again and select Delete Custom Text. Are you sure? Are you really sure you want to delete city? Sure, I will delete it, yes. By deleting this, it will delete all occurrences of the word city that may appear in any of these 9 different fields. So be sure that you want to get rid of it. If I click here again, notice the word city is no longer here. You could go through and delete any number of these that you wanted to. You could then go back in and create additional custom text fields to enter in your own set of metadata. Now, you're saying to yourself, what if I've selected Seattle and then I'd like to edit a custom text field? Why, yes, of course you can. I'm going to edit the custom field. As you see here, I can place my cursor into the text field, then start typing. Just like that. Then you'll notice that the Save button has now been highlighted because you've made changes. I'm going to click Save. Now keep in mind, if I add Seattle, Washington in any of these other locations, it's going to update those as well. So by now, you figured out how to apply metadata fields, to create new fields, delete fields, and edit existing fields. Now, as you can see, you can go into step number 5 and choose to export a JPEG image or a TIFF image or both. You can adjust whether you're compressing them with LZW or adjust the quality of your JPEGs. All important, you can also convert your profile of your images to sRGB if you plan to export your images to the web. Finally, down here, size to fit. This will run a fit image command on your image and change the size of your image to fall within the width dimension listed in these 4 different defaults. And down here, unsharp mask. The unsharp mask will always run last, and it will not sharpen the text. It will focus its sharpening just on the image itself. Now, if you've gone through and created custom text arrangements for specific tasks that you're working on, you will need to learn how to save these. It's easy. Just select the Save button, and you can save a text item that will contain all of the information for the configuration and custom text for this particular dialog. So you just name the item and save it, and you now have all of that information saved for this particular configuration. Now that I've finished configuring my Dr. Brown's Caption Maker, I can select Run, and it will process the images which I've selected in step number 1. So by now, you have a pretty good idea of how to process images through Dr. Brown's Caption Maker. I'd like to leave you with one last tip and technique. I'm going to cancel from this dialog, go back to the bridge, and open up an image that I exported earlier. In this case, it is a captioned print. Now, there are occasions when you want to separate the image itself from this new background and text. I have conveniently created a path defining the image area for each of the images processed through Dr. Brown's Caption Maker. Here from the Paths menu, you can see this path called Photo Crop. To load this and apply this, it's simple and easy. On the Macintosh, hold down the Command key, and on the PC, hold down the Control key and move your cursor over this path. Clicking it once then loads the path as a selection. You can now go to the Image menu and down to Crop, and crop away that additional border that you placed on with this application. There you go. Give this new script a try the next time you're applying custom data or metadata to the frame and border around your images. Finally, I'd like to thank Peter Krogh for his help in making this script possible. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the person who makes Dr. Brown look so good. That's Tom Rourke, the amazing programmer who puts this all together.